Hello everyone, Abel in Vegas here. And guess what happened today? PSA decided to halt submissions for anything below Super Express because according to the article that they published, they have had a huge influx of submissions since the beginning of March. As you guys know, as of March 1st, PSA increased their pricing, and while they didn't announce the price increase, rumors started flying towards the end of February that their prices were going up. And what happened was many of us, including myself, decided to go into PSA and submit several orders to be able to get those in at the lower prices before the prices increased. The end result was that PSA received the equivalent of 3 months worth of cards in a span of about 2 weeks. And even to this day, submissions have not really slowed down even with the price increase. And honestly, I think personally, just because I feel they kept the price, not necessarily the price, because at $20, that's still a significant cost increase for certain cards. But I think they left the minimum too low. I don't think I got a chance to do this video, but I personally have a lot of ultra modern cards that would fit under the $20 level, especially when it comes to basketball cards. And when they increased the price, they also increased the minimum value from 100 to 500. So that opened up the ability for me to submit those cards because they would not qualify under the $100 minimum. The problem was, in my opinion, is that they left the minimums at 10 cards. So at $20 a card, you could submit 10 cards and that's still only $200, and with shipping you're looking at $235. So I think for a lot of people it's like that doesn't seem to be a huge dollar amount. So I think people were still able to submit at that lower threshold and they kept doing it. Ultra modern was $25, which again, for a lot of people it's like, oh, it's 10 cards, $250 plus shipping, so it's less than $300 at 10 card minimum. Now who knows if a 20 card or 25 card minimum would have make a difference, because then you're looking at $400 to $600 per submission, and that might halt some people from submitting. But we'll see. So now they halted submissions, and they're hoping, according to the article, they're hoping that by July 1st, everything will be restored. So what they're going to use this time, or this halt, is to process, because they're sitting on a ton of boxes that have been delivered to PSA. They just haven't had the chance to actually open them and put them into the system. So this time where they're not accepting submissions is they're going to use it to go through, open the boxes, determine how many of those came in at which level, and obviously get them into the system and start processing. Now, up until yesterday, people could have gone in there and done a submission, and they have until the end of April, because you got 30 days from the time you print your forms to actually mail your cards into PSA. So over the next few weeks, for those who still created submissions over the last few days, they will still have the opportunity to get those into the system. And I personally, which is this video, according to the title, you guys, this is my last pre-submission video, is because I actually was able to get 2 orders in on Saturday, just because it was going to be my March. I've been submitting a couple orders at least once a month, so I wanted to do a March, and that's why I waited to the end of the month, only because I had submitted a lot of orders at the end of February to take advantage of also the lower pricing. So in a minute here, I'll switch the camera and I'll show you what cards I'm submitting. One of those submissions is TCG Magic, and since obviously I did not foresee them, the stopping submissions, and my TCG submission is the Bob Ross Lands, and now I wish I would have done my Shred Harder, because those cards just came out so awesome. So I can't wait to get those labbed, and now I have to wait a few months to get those submitted. But anyway, so let me know in the comments below, what are your thoughts about the stoppage? I think overall, like I said, if it helps them catch up, at least for the current orders that came in, that's great. I don't know, obviously, when they decide to reopen services back up, once they go through their inventory, more than likely Express is going to start first, then it'll trickle down to regular, and so forth. I won't be surprised if by the time they bring these services back, they will come back with an additional price increase, just because people are going to be waiting to submit. And Prism releases tomorrow, Wednesday, which I'm going to hopefully post this video on Wednesday, so Prism would have released today. So this stoppage actually is going to prevent a lot of people from submitting Prism. And a lot of people were probably looking forward to cracking open the expensive boxes and submitting them as soon as possible into PSA, whether it be the silvers at Express service, so it's gonna and probably the base cards at value, or maybe even regular, who knows. But this is gonna stop a lot of people from doing it. On the contrary, what's gonna happen is, if you do pull the big rookies, if you pull a nice silver, more than likely his silvers are going to sell in a PSA 10 for $200 to $2,500 a piece. So the $300 might still be worth it. But I think you're going to see, with regards to Prism, a huge number of numbered cards that it's worth submitting at the $300 price level, actually submitted to PSA. So let me turn the camera around and show you guys my final PSA submission, at least for the next quarter, until PSA opens back up. All right, so let's start with the TCG. So that's a trading card game card submission. So these are going to be at the $20 level right now. So this is going to be the secret layer drops. So this is going to be the Bob Ross. So we have the plain and a different version of the plain. There's 2 islands. There's 2 swamps. 2 mountains. This one reminds me of like the Colorado mountains. There's 2 forests. And an evolving winds, which was the additional card in the set. And then I actually pulled an evolving winds from Ikoria. So I am sending, so more than likely, depending what happens, I might end up keeping the special one. and that way I have these two evolving winds. Then from my time spiral box that I opened, so I'm going to send in this Vesuva land, which looks pretty neat. It's a mythic land. Nice artwork. A Sliver Legion mythic. This is a reprint, but it's the card that I wanted to keep because I like the art. So it should get a 9. It is offsetted left to right, but this one's for the PC. Then I'm also submitting the foil rare that I opened, which was the Angel's Grace. Then from the throwback cards, the foil that I got was the Epic Experiment. So again, this is going to be a PC card. This is a foil. So going to keep that one. And then we have a couple Pokemons. The Dreadnought VMAX, I believe. This is the Japanese edition. I forget what this one is called. But it's also a Japanese card. The Houndoom V, Japanese. And then the Houndoom V Full Art Secret. So those are the cards that comprise the TCG. And then for my sports, a lot of these are actually going to be pretty funny. It's actually I wanted to do this is going to be ultra modern at the $25 level, but I want to say 80 to 90% of these cards are for my PC. So we're going to start off with the Topps Now Alexis Lafreniere rookie sticker, and this is actually his second sticker. So the first one was actually talking about his debut. This one actually talks about his first NHL goal in overtime. But technically, this is the second sticker that Topps produces. Then I'm sending in the Aleksei Heponiemi. This was the week 3 sticker. And the reason I'm sending this one is because he was the chosen athlete or the chosen sticker for the gold, and so I was able to get that in my order, so sending that in. Then we have into baseball. This is the Sapphire edition, Sandy Alcantara. So he's actually won the starting role, or he's opening day starter for the Marlins. So I pulled this in my Sapphire box, so I'm sending that in to get graded. One of my holiday autograph pulls is this Miles Mikolas. This one's numbered to 200, so sending that in. Then not sure why I purchased this, but I'm deciding to send it in, see what happens. It is numbered to 10. You can see it's number 3 of 10. George Springer high-tech red diffractor autograph. Then I also, back in the day, a year or so ago, I was highly into these diffractor because I was buying Seager, and I think that's how I came across these. But here's a Victor Robles high-tech. This was the red galactic diffractor, and this one's numbered 9 of 10. Sending that in. And then one of the cool hits from my Bowman draft boxes from 2019, and it's the Will Wilson gold. Now here he was drafted by Anaheim, but he was actually sent over to the San Francisco Giants in a trade. Pretty cool card here, Billie Jean King. I don't know how many cards she actually has, but I pulled this one from the Athletes Unlimited set, and it's blue, and it's numbered to 25. he is heating up and probably hopefully will have a good full season if he could stay healthy. But this is the Shohei Ohtani update short print, the warm up. So more than likely I probably will sell this one, but we shall see. Then I'm sending in my my Rhys Hoskins that I have. So here is a base. This is the update chrome base. Then a red refractor. This one's numbered to 25. And then I also pulled the sapphire. So sending those in. Then these have been pretty popular, so I pulled these myself, so I'm gonna get these graded. But this is the Bowman Chrome Mojo, the first Bowman of Julio Rodriguez, Marco Luciano, and Wander Franco. This one in a PSA 10, I believe is already above $500 or around $500. Just the base one chrome is at $300, so pretty interesting. And then I think long overdue is sending in some of my Acuñas and Sotos to grade. But again, now that the minimum for these has gone up to $500, I'm able to submit these without hopefully getting an upcharge. But so here we have the update Ronald Acuña Jr. bat up, and then we have the chrome update Ronald Acuña, and then US 300 Juan Soto, and the chrome version of the Juan Soto. So that is my two pre-essay submissions and my last submissions into who knows when. At minimum, at least 3 months. So let me know what you thought about my cards that I'm going to be sending in, or any other thoughts you may have in the comments. I appreciate you watching if you watch till the end, and catch you guys on the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Some of my cards are available for purchase on Check Out My Cards. Follow my collecting adventure on Instagram and Twitter. Links are available in the description below. Support my YouTube journey by clicking on the subscribe button and turning on the notifications. Catch you on the next one.